Good morning and welcome to VMT Morning News Edition. I am Gisli outside.
I am Ajeta Perales.
VMT seniors registered to vote at the beginning of this month. Jonathan
On
Mogada
September
has a story.
5, 2017, Vidal M. Trevino School of Communication and Fine Arts seniors were being informed on voter registration. This gives a chance for young teens to prepare themselves for when it is time for them to vote. This gives the seniors the chance to get a head start of registering for voting and have the sense of being one step closer to having a responsibility as a young adult.
So mark yes, or you will be 18 on or before election day. Mark yes.
From VMT News, this has been Jonathan Mogada.
Celebrated Mexican Independence Day. Reporter Carlos Valderas has the story.
VMT had their annual 16 de Septiembre event, celebrating the independence of Mexico. There was performances from the choir group, which had sang the Pledge of Allegiance, the dance department, and mariachi. A security guard from Martin and a teacher from Alma Pierce performed in the event. Kimberly Martinez has something to say.
How does it feel to have performed on the stage and showing off your culture to the rest of the VMT students?
I felt super nice to put on things that were tried on a long time ago and get to show it off.
Do you think that other schools should have something like this in their own campus as well?
Yeah, I think every school should have this.
Why do you think it's so important to show off our culture to like every new generation that comes to the school?
Because I know there's a lot of people that don't know a lot about, like for example, jarocho. There's a lot of people that don't know about that. There's a lot of people that could, what are the words? Like, it would be super good if they knew about it because they'd be able to understand what was going on back then.
So how did it feel to be on stage and performing?
I was really nervous, but it was nice. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
From VMT News, this is Carlos Valderas.
In December 20th, 2011, St. Louis, Missouri police are chasing a man called Anthony Lamar Smith with possession of drugs and firearms. While they were chasing him, the officer said, "I'm going to kill this guy." He pulled over and got his pistol and an AK-47, which he wasn't supposed to, while the cop was approaching the car. He put the gun in the back of his car. When Smith went and tried to get something from the back, the cops shot him 5 times, which killed him. When people saw the news, they were furious at the cops, and they're gathering together to join the group called the St. Louis Protest. In court 2012, people think that he planted the weapon behind them so he could not be in trial. They arrested him in 2016 for first-degree murder, and in 2017, court found out he was not guilty, which people got mad and started a riot in St. Louis. Police arrested dozens of people, destroying properties and abusing them.
Last Thursday, around 4 p.m. in Dallas, Texas, police officials escorted a heavy-duty crane carrying the Confederate statue of Robert E. Lee out of the Robert E. Lee Park. The reason for the escorted removal of the Confederate war leader was to prevent any further defacing or unauthorized removals since the rioting in Charlottesville, Virginia. On Wednesday, officials voted 13, and within hours, a crew was sent to remove the statue. But they were given a temporary restraining order from a Dallas resident, Hiram Patterson, and Texas Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans filed a lawsuit, only temporarily freezing the removal of the statue.
On August 2017, Hurricane Harvey hit the coast of Texas. There were major damage eastern of Texas. Many experts say Houston was most affected due to the fact that they received 20 trillion gallons of rainfall water. After Hurricane Harvey, Houston experienced shortage of food, gas, etc. due to the major flooding in the streets, which prevented supplies trucks from entering the city. Now, slowly but surely, Houston and Texas are going back to normal, with companies making major donations and the government giving its best effort to get everything back to normal.
On Tuesday, September 20th, an earthquake hit central Mexico. The earthquake is the deadliest this country has seen since the 1985 quake that killed thousands. The U.S. Geological Survey said that the quake had a magnitude of 7.1 and was centered near the Puebla state town of Raboso, about 76 miles southeast of Mexico City. Meanwhile, nominations for the Latin Grammy Awards have been postponed because of the earthquake and the aftermath of Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Latin Recording Academy President Gabriel Abora Jr. said in a statement Tuesday that the delay comes as an outgrowth of the terrible and tragic recent natural disasters affecting Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Houston, and Florida, the homes of many Hispanic communities. Abora says the Academy's thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected by these catastrophic events and ones that may come.
In August of 2017, UISD went into investigation after receiving certain allegations that two juniors from United High hacked into the teacher's computer in May. The district says that the two students placed a device on several of the teacher's computers to try to receive passwords in order to change the grades. Administration was able to change back the grades, but the students may still be facing criminal charges.
We will be right back with more news.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Aaron Aguilar and here are the highlights of the sports this week. This Sunday was packed with exciting games. The Cowboys lost to the Broncos, and it's always a win for the Cowboys to lose, 17-42. The Green Bay Packers did not have much luck playing against the Falcons, losing a close game at 23-34. Both teams starting off strong in the first quarter. The Packers starting to slag behind. The second quarter, the Falcons took the lead and kept it through the rest of the game. On Saturday, September 16th, people were watching one of the biggest boxing matches. Canelo versus Triple G. Both boxers went up to 12 rounds and ended up with a draw. A draw, you may say. One of the judges delivered a scorecard of 118-110 for Canelo Alvarez, which was way off. So was it a draw after all? And if you want to know who is making history this week, the Cleveland Indians, who have made baseball history with 21 consecutive victories at Progressive Field when some of the team players made 41 home runs in a streak. Now they are tied with the 1935 Chicago Cubs at 21 wins in a row and won Thursday night against Kansas City Royals. They close to beating the New York Giants of 1916. That won 26 consecutive games. The Indians are so close to win, they just need a few more games to break baseball history. Keep watching more victories. The Queen of Tennis, Serena Williams, and partner Alexis Ohanian revealed the world their daughter, Alexis Olympia Ohanian Jr., who they welcomed on September 1st. Alexis Ohanian posted a photo of their little girl by stating, "Dad, life is the greatest. Entrepreneurship is all-consuming. It's sleepless. We call our startups our babies, and we are ridiculously proud of them, and we pour ourselves into them. But she is already all that and more. She's a legacy. Baby Alexis already holds her own Instagram account, which has almost 50,000 followers and is already verified, more than me." On August 14th, 2016, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick did not stand for the national anthem. This FNO preseason, the reasoning behind the silent protest is how people of the color are being treated by police and society. Currently, he sits during the anthem to bring attention to such a topic in the way that not many people can. This had led to many people supporting him, from other pro athletes to entire high school football teams.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks.
All right. Hello, my name is Jonathan Moncada, and I'll be your weatherman for today. Let's get to it. First up, we'll be looking at the national weather. On the north side, as you can see, we can see some cooler, cloudy weather dropping as low as 62 degrees as we mostly down to the south side. We can see higher temperatures with more rain in areas like Houston and Miami due to the recent hurricanes. Now let's move on to state weather. On the north side with Lubbock and Dallas, we can see some very high temperatures reaching up to 96 degrees with partially cloudy weather. Now the last weather will cover today, the local weather. On Thursday, you can see that it will be partially cloudy with partially cloudy with a high chance of 98 degrees to a low chance of 77. On Friday, it will be another partially cloudy day with a high of 97 and a low of 76. And on Saturday, again, another partially cloudy with a high of 97 and a low of 75. And on Sunday, we leave it off with another partially cloudy day with a high of 98 and a low of 75. I'm your weatherman, Jonathan Moncada. Hope to see you next time.
Nearly 30,000 Americans commit suicide every year. You are not alone.
At the beginning of the 2017 school year, Dr. Silvia Rios was announced the lone finalist for the Laredo ISD superintendent position. Many parents have been curious about what changes Dr. Rios will be making. And how this school year will differ from last year. Dr. Rios will be discussing changes to the cafeteria menu, library resources, and much more. I'm very honored and privileged to serve the Laredo ISD community. I'm looking forward to working with a great team of professionals, parents, and trustees. Dr. Rios said Dr. Rios began her career as an educator after graduating from Heberville High School in 1973 as a class valedictorian. Rios has a master's degree in secondary education and a superintendent certification.
That is all for us today. Thank you, and have a great day.
We'll see you next Thursday.